Alright, so wanted to do a quick review on this OUKITEL's smartphone that I just got. Now, don't buy a case because it actually comes with it unless you want to find one. I accidentally bought a black version of this on another site because I couldn't really find what I liked on Amazon. But in either case, when I opened the package, I started laughing because I was like, I don't know any manufacturers that actually sends a case with it. So this is like a soft TPU. This is not as big as my OnePlus 7T, but, taking my hand that's extra large in glove size, it's a good size. So not everybody wants a large phone. And one nice feature about this is that when you unlock it, you do have the facial recognition with the whole, 4-digit code, but the fingerprint reader is right here. So you're able to unlock it quickly. Right now I'm using the Nova launcher. I've been using it for about a year and a half now. For the price, it's actually very snappy. I was quite surprised on, able to play movies. I haven't loaded Tasker, for example. So the auto screen, the rotate, it's not as fast as OnePlus, but, I can go, close everything down, go to the next screen. One thing I want to show you real quick, and this is not like a big deal, but if you don't like the animation type screen, then you go to this my devices, and then under build number, and now it's telling me that no need, you're already a developer. You press this 7 or 8 times, I forget, and it basically unlocks the developer mode, so you can turn off like the animation, so it makes the screen a little bit snappier. But other than that, it's been a great phone. I actually use this as a backup, and sometimes I'll use this like a quick, like a B-roll or like a social media type of post where I need my regular phone for certain things. So this was a good buy. You had the wide, the portrait, and then the macro lens along with the flashlight. It's not overly bright, but at the same time, let me unlock it or use the fingerprint. Let's see the flashlight. So there's a flashlight. Now the screen itself, you can have the auto brightness, but compared to my OnePlus, it's not as bright as far as the screen itself. But it's not going to be like, wow, this is really dim type of the screen brightness. So, been playing around with this for about, a few weeks, 2 weeks. One little quirk, which I don't care for, micro USB charging port. So I'm not sure why they decided to use this. There might be something I don't know where USB-C, I don't know if there was like an extra cost involved. That was the only thing where I was like, I have to pull out another micro USB cable, which I don't really care for because I have a feeling this doesn't last long as like the USB-C. But one thing, I thought of when I got this too is to use one of those magnetic charging cables I have. So I'll just put the head in and then just charge it with the magnetic cable so I don't have to pull the cable in and out. I feel like the USB-C lasts longer, but again, it could be me. But other than that, I've been really enjoying it, like I said, and surprised at the fact that how smooth it is, and it just, there's really nothing that I can think of that is bad for this price range. So, that's one nice thing about being able to use these types of unlocked phones versus going to the carrier, having to purchase their phone, because you are limited, essentially, because you don't get to have all these options with different brands that, most people probably never heard of. But the 2x telephoto lens with the regular lens and the macro. The macro, I'm going to post some photos, but I was kind of blown away at how good the macro quality is for a smartphone. I do photography and videography full time, so, I guess I know a thing or two about different lenses and whatnot. But with that said, for the price, you can't beat it. It actually has a 4,000 milliamp hour battery, which I was also surprised because it doesn't weigh too much. The battery life seems to last a long time too. So one thing to keep in mind about this phone, make sure if you're okay with the battery lasting, which by the way is great. Let's see, 3 or 4 days I left it not using it, and then the standby only consumed about 5%. So it does turn off a lot of things. So if you have certain apps that needs to run in the background, make sure you go to the battery option and turn off the battery optimization. I had to kind of figure that out myself because certain apps I didn't want to have to open every single time, but because of the optimization, this have a really good standby time. I mean, way better than my OnePlus. But I do have that one set as like a performance based. So rambling on, really great phone. Definitely check it out. This would be great for kids, students, or you just want it inexpensive, and it's really nothing too fancy, but also it's like a modern day smartphone. So I do recommend this.